there. It's a cloudy May day, but we're out here in the strawberry patch in the gardens. We thought we'd give you a look at where they're at right now. We had about a week ago, we finally came out of the cold weather. We've had some nice warm weather, and I'll show you here. The blooms have decided they are morning pollinated, so they're opening up like crazy. This is actually a little bit of a later variety, so just the early ones have opened on these, the larger flowers. Now some of them have already dropped their petals, which mean that their pollination process is pretty much done. And now these will kind of like, as they start sizing up, they'll droop down like that. But yeah, to pollinate, they open like that to attract pollinators. But I'm hoping they get pollinated well. We've had some wet, cloudy weather the last 3-4 days, and pollination can be an issue if that happens for too long. So it's been fairly breezy, which will help too a little bit, but the bees and insects won't be out as much. I'm hoping the wind will do a good job of getting the berries to pollinate. So we have nice uniform, nice shaped berries. So that's where the strawberries are at. We can show you a little bit more of what's going on right now in the garden. Behind us here, there's some field crops that we have planted. We were kind of late on getting them in with the cold weather, but as you can see here, this right here, these are carrots. See, they germinated nicely going down here. There's 4 rows here. You can see, I don't know if you can tell on there, but it's nice and green going all the way down, so it tells me they germinated nice. Under the row cover, or under the mesh, we got all of our brassicas. So we got kale, radishes, turnips. So we got kale here, and then I have turnips transplanted beside those, and those will come out by the time the kale sizes up. Then here we have all of our broccolis and cabbages, and these are really starting to, you can see, they've really liked the warm weather. They've really started to get going. It took them a little while because it was cold for so long, but they're really starting to put off nice growth. Right, Addie? So you're growing too. You're growing quicker than the plants are. And we'll go to our small hoop house. Show you what's going on in here. This stuff's definitely quite a bit further along as we can plant sooner as it stays warmer in here. So we actually have green beans here, the far row. So it's kind of a trial. I planted them and covered them with a sheet, and actually got pretty good germination even when it was cold out. And then here we have our chard, Swiss chard, and we have kale here. Now down here it's a little, the plants, they're coming out of it, but I had some aphid problems on the kale down at the bottom, but they're starting to come out of it. Then here I have a whole row of beets. I transplanted these. I started them in the hoop house. There's a little bit up there that was planted ahead of these, but I just put these in yesterday. So hopefully, I don't know, about a month and a half, these will be nice good size for bunching. And we can go right outside the small hoop house here. Here's where our celery and our leeks are. We just put the celery in the ground about a week ago, so it takes a little bit to get going, but look like they transplanted nice. Celery takes a long time to get going. These were started about, I don't know, 12 to 14 weeks ago. It takes a long time for them to germinate and to get to the point where they're ready to transplant. But once they get going, they grow really fast. So hopefully they'll take off soon here. You say hi, Abby? Say hi. Say hi, Mommy. Hi. And these are our leeks. These are really starting to go. So we plant them, we multi-sow them. So we put like 4 or 5 together, and then as they grow, we'll pull pull some of them and kind of bunch them like you would onions. And then we'll let 1 or 2 in each clump size up to a full-size leek. Then we can show you our hoop house, what's going on in there right now. Hopefully this isn't getting too long. Yeah, the one thing this year, the strawberries have bloomed late. So as you can see, I don't know if you can tell here, but if they bloom a little bit earlier in the season, they're more staged from variety. There's like 4 or 5 varieties here, and they're more staged as far as not ripening all at the same time. So we have the early variety, and then we have ones that come later, and when one's done, then the next one comes on. But this year, because it's late, it was so cold and it's late, it seems like they're all blooming at the same time, trying to catch up. So we should have a lot of berries, but it'll probably be a shorter season and a really full couple weeks instead of a spread out 3-4 weeks. So here's our propagation house, our warm house. It's got plenty of lettuce going in there, some more beets. These are our melons. And we have cucumbers that are already flowering there. We got 2 rows of cucumbers. This year row's a little bit behind because I had lettuce here up until about a week ago. This lettuce here was taken out a while, I don't know, quite a bit before this here, and so these cucumbers will play catch up now. Now that the lettuce is gone, they'll kind of take off. But they're starting to go. But these are really starting to flower nice. So this will be, hopefully we'll have cucumbers for the early CSAs from these plants. It's got herbs there, some lettuce, a lot of lettuce. Eddie, can you smile? You getting tired? You sucking your finger? Yeah. Yeah, I go to our baking house. We just put our tomatoes and peppers in about a week ago. So they haven't really grown at all since putting them in. They're just kind of getting their roots set out. Yeah, you can see we got our first carrots here that we planted about almost 2.5 months ago when it was really cold, and so I had kale and spinach in between here, and so I finally took those out, and the carrots are starting to take off now with those out. Yeah, these tomatoes, hopefully they're starting to take off soon. They were about 3 weeks late getting out here, so a lot of the leaves, lower leaves don't look very nice anymore, but the center looks nice. So once these get growing, they'll take off just fine. And preferably you want to get them out right in time before they start being stunted in their pots. But we had cold late for a while, for an extended period of time this year, that I wasn't able to get them in. So they did suffer a little bit, but they'll come out of it. Then last we have our lettuces here. So this is all of our salad lettuce here. So I haven't harvested this. This will be harvested probably next week for the first time. We just have different plantings. So we have our second planting behind that. And tomorrow I'm going to transplant some more lettuce beyond that. And this is head lettuce. So these will probably be about 3 weeks. I'll probably start harvesting those. And then our newest patch of strawberries right here. Got a lot of strawberries to pick this year. Thanks for watching. Hopefully those of interest on this wet, cloudy day, you can see what's going on here. So, until next time, eat well, live well.